So a lot of people are now starting to let their pigeons out a bit more. It's quite a common view round by us. I'm actually down at Bridlington, guys. I've just been to see my dad. It's his birthday today, and I've now got to get home and probably start cooking. Actually, what time are we at? Oh yes, I'd better get home and start cooking. Anyway, today I am vlogging on a slightly new sort of rig. I've got this new phone holder with tripod mount, obviously, and it's made out of metal and it's more of a screw down. I'll probably show you it a bit later on, and you sort of screw it down to clamp the phone into it. And I've got a wide angle lens on from Ikson. I've had other stuff off them before, which I've had on the review channel. And I'm using my Rode VideoMic Go, as I have bought an SC7 lead for it, so that it can be plugged into a phone. Obviously, as I use iPhone, it has to go in via the dongle to the lightning port. But sea's looking a bit sort of. It was rougher actually when I came down, and it's sort of quietened off a bit now. But the sea's on its way in. The tide's coming in. I'll just turn it around and show you. So there you go. It's looking a bit rough, but not too bad. We have an okay looking day. It's quite nippy out there though. That wind is pretty sharp. I'm not sure what the temperature is, but yeah. But we're supposed to be getting, as of tomorrow evening, I suppose we're supposed to be getting in this cold front from Russia, aren't we? That's going to contain snow and what have you, and some very cold temperatures. And I believe the south of the country is supposed to be getting it worse than us, so we'll have to wait and see about that, of course. This is obviously somebody on the seafront. I just keep seeing this orange ball just keeps coming up, so they're obviously throwing it up in the air. But anyway, guys, I had better crack on and get going. So I'm going to start cutting my veg now. It's been a bit later. I mean, my mum turned back up here, even though I'd seen her already. She turned up here to speak to the wife as well, because the wife didn't go with me. And that is slowly but surely Obviously can't manage with the weight of the microphone as well. There we go. It's just the top section. I'm using the selfie pole on the it's actually on the Octopad at the minute, and it's that top section. It's just a little bit loose, and you can see it just ever so slowly sinking down. Oh dear. Yeah. Actually, I tell you what. Let me just show you how I've got this set up at the minute. I'll just take you through here and show you in the mirror. So there you go, you can see how it's set up. So you've got this device here, it's Ulanzi I think it's called, and then I've got the Rode VideoMic Go on there, and this lens which also has a built-in CPL. I mean it comes with, you can actually take that off, and it comes with the you know, like the tulip thing, you know, to help keep the sun out from the side of the lens and what have you. But yeah, it's just this selfie stick that just has a bit of a habit of lowering and what have you. So but yeah, hopefully the audio should be coming out much better. I mean obviously it's going to pick up a few other surrounding noises, stuff like that, so yeah, we'll see how it goes anyway. I've already collected a bit of footage coming back from Britain. Chances are this is going to be another one that will probably be finished and uploaded tomorrow, Monday, on the evening when I get back from work, because obviously I am at work early Monday morning. I've got to go and pick up some parts and then go out to this garage job and get the second finished, and hopefully I'll be finished on site with that one, and then moving on to some more work, I assume. Hopefully. Anyway, I'm going to get on with this stuff. Now then, guys. Neighbours. Yeah. I'm not long back from work actually. A bit sniffly. It's been snowing. I don't know if it still is. Let's just have a. Let's just trying again now. Yeah, it's. Yeah, the roads were a bit ropey once I got out into the sticks this morning, but it's not so bad now. But we're supposed to be getting the worst of it still to come, isn't it? So I've been and picked up a bag of rock salt anyway and spread it down my paths just to make sure that the paths are going to be clear enough to use. But yeah, I still haven't finished that job. It was going to be finished. Basically, what it was they had the plasterboarding to do and some skim to do so that I could put a radiator on. All the pipe works in. But then it turns out that they hadn't got the plasterboarding done. When I got there, there was no plasterboard on at all. So the radiator's not going to happen now, probably till next week sometime. It will either be the end of this week or next week. The builder will give me a ring. So I did it the other side where the sink's going. Finished that off completely. So you know he's going to build his plaster work up around what pipes I've left in there, and I've put the waste pipe in, and that had to be strapped into the stack and stuff like that. But that's all done now. So yeah. So I just need to. I'll message the other plumber and see if he's got any work for me for tomorrow. Like I saw the other plumber actually in the builders merchants this morning when I was picking up the radiator and that. But yeah, it's warm up here. Been freezing cold all day. So yeah, it's just yeah. So yeah, I didn't get finished last night. It's just, don't know. I mean, some of it's down to my Mac's getting slower with, you know, the sort of as the lower end, as the cheaper technology catches up, i.e. like your phone and stuff like that, and that's all starting to push footage that's in advance of what my Mac can cope with now. I mean, my Mac's what is it? It's about 7 years old now, I think. You know, so even though I upgraded the RAM to the max, put in an SSD, stuff like that, it's still at the end of the day running the old Core i5, and that's not the boosted one. That's just a single speed Core i5. So, you know, it's starting to suffer, you know, when you're putting 4K on off this and stuff like that. You know, the better quality footage is just starting to hammer it. So some of it's down to that, and then other parts of it is down to sort of life in general, you know, a bit more to do on weekends and stuff like that. And, you know, so it'll probably start becoming a fairly regular thing that it's going to be sort of, I'll still try and do it on the Sunday, but, you know, if I can't, then it'll be on the Monday sort of thing. So yeah, I was looking back at the footage from this, because obviously I've got some of it edited already, and I'm not sure what was going on with the footage in the kitchen there. I think I've taken it off actually at the minute. Just maybe see, that's it. That's the polarizing lens that'll screw onto the front of that. And obviously you can see that it's got a dark greeny tinge to it, and that's, you know, obviously to help stop reflections and what have you. So you might see some reflections now off my glasses off these, but I just tried it with that on, and it was bringing back that problem. So it must be a light thing. But in the kitchen there, you were seeing all that haze on the coming from the window, and it was sort of like spreading across onto my head and everything. It was strange. Yeah, not sure. And the clicks from the audio, I'm still not sure about that. But that might have been because I was above a fridge, and it could be that the suppressor's not working on the fridge because it's quite an old one. And of course they do have electronic signal suppressors on them, so it could be that was playing up there. I'm not sure. You know, it might have kicked in or something, I don't know. But we'll just have to see, basically. All I can do is carry on with this. But yeah, so far, I mean, it's okay. You know, it's bigger than just a phone, obviously. But yeah, I've got the Rode Video Mic Go on top of there. I mean, even that's getting fairly long in the tooth. Like, you know, that's how long have I had that? If you check back on my tech channel, actually, you'll see whenever the video went up for it. But yeah, it's getting on a bit now, so there can be noisy buggers next door, I'll tell you. So yeah, it was just a bit strange when I look back at that footage. So I wasn't, I mean, it was alright when I was in the car, if you noticed, in Bridlington, with plenty of light. So I don't know whether it's a light issue or what, but it also tended to make the footage go very grainy when there was a sort of like a lack of natural light. So I'll have to watch out for that one. It's not really that noticeable on the screen, although it was here. Even with these lights on, you could see it was still a bit grainy. So yeah, I'll probably end up leaving that. So yeah, so then I bought the SC7 cable for this, which for all intents and purposes looks exactly the same, other than one of those plugs is grey and it's slightly different here because it's a TRRS, which is, what is it, something ring spacer or something like that. But it's all to do with basically these spacers and what have you here, and then when you plug it into a microphone jack, a headphone jack, it tricks it into believing that it's a microphone that's getting plugged in. That's how they work or something. So, but that's that lead I still have to use for a camera. This one just for the phone light. But obviously with this, you've got to use the little, extremely terribly designed dongle by Apple. But that's obviously Apple just trying to force the manufacturers to go down the lines of making stuff with Apple's plug on it, and then they've got to pay Apple for using it, and you know, it's all about making the money in it. But yeah. Anyway, I'm starting to warm up nicely now. Feeling quite warm and toasty. It's about time. It was freezing today. Yeah, it's trying to snow on and off, but we're supposed to be getting the worst of it hit about, is it 4 AM or something, the rain is going to hit our coast. Something like that, but I think sort of like it's more the southeast that's going to get the brunt of it, sort of thing. What is it, the last time I saw it, was it last week I saw it on the front of a newspaper splashed across, and it said, what was it, UK to get minus 22 killer chiller or something. something like that. I nearly laughed out loud in the shop when I read it. It's on the front page of the Mirror or something stupid like that. And then it was, I'd only just heard it, I think, yesterday on a radio station or something. They're now calling it the Beast from the East. They kept going on about it on the radio. I was like, oh, for God's sake. Terrible. So, but yeah, anyway, guys, I just thought I'd sort of come back and really explain the vlog situation more than anything else. And it might just be that you're going to start seeing it on a Monday rather than a Sunday night. But if I can get it up the Sunday night, I will. It's either that or I might even start doing some slightly shorter ones so that they don't take as long to actually video and what have you, and then I've got less footage then to put on the Mac, so the Mac takes less time, so on and so forth. Because I'm finding it where basically I'm editing right up till sort of 10 o'clock at night or something like that, when really I need to start thinking about winding down and going to bed eventually, ready for work the next day, sort of things. But anyway, guys, that's enough of me waffling. So enjoy the rest of your week. Do take care of yourselves, and I'll see you next time. Cheers, guys. See ya.